This is the Just a Ride Snowboard channel. I'm Lars Horstman with a quick video that relates directly to the one that's going to pop up on this card right here, which I only posted yesterday. I posted a video here that basically explains turn tracks. I'm diving into what's all happening throughout the turn and at the edge change using images simply of like the lines that my carving left in the snow. Some people found that really cool and other people were confused / disagreed with my suggestion that at the moment where you change edges, the board twists torsionally and that leads to the tracks in the snow basically almost pointing in two different directions, as in the previous turn almost leaving like an uphill kind of trace in the snow, while the new edge already clearly engages and points downhill. So I got into this back and forth in the comments with those guys because I strongly believe that what I said there is actually the case, but I didn't think I actually had evidence for it, and I found the evidence. I have a super slow-mo video that a friend of mine took of me and it's clearly visible, and let's take a look at this. It's pretty cool to see. Alright, so the first few turns here you cannot actually see perfectly what I'm trying to explain, but we're going to get better turn by turn. Be patient. So here you can see already a tiny bit of that torsional twist that I'm talking about. So my left foot, my front foot toe, is having more pressure than my back foot toe, right? I'm still here on the heels of my back foot while I'm starting to twist that board, engaging my nose contact point with my left foot toes, okay, if that makes sense. So let's keep going here. Then this turn I'm actually a little out of balance and I'm overdoing it a bit, getting a bit on my back foot here, and I'm it's a bit of a slingshot effect that's happening here. And that slingshot effect is leading to me getting air, and this is what some people in the comments also pointed out in regards to the overlapping tracks in the snow. Basically, the way I understood them is the tracks overlap in a short kind of manner. It's not the full length of the board because you are getting air in between turns. So the previous turn I didn't get air, and I know that you don't get air out of every turn. It totally depends on how you weight and unweight your board. So in this particular case, because I did that turn a little too aggressively in my own opinion, I'm actually generating a lot of momentum and I'm coming up explosively, and that leads to getting air. But the key here is I'm coming from my back foot toes and I want to get onto my front foot heels, and this very movement, or the very outcome of getting air is actually that torsional twist, because I need to bring my mass over, like across the board and into the new turn. So therefore I'm moving from my, as you see here, back foot toes onto my front foot heels. And because I have so much momentum and upwards kind of power through extending my legs, I am getting some air. You can see light underneath my board. So this turn, this edge change, I mean, does show you right here the torsional twist of the board, but you cannot draw the conclusion that I drew yesterday in those photos in regards to the tracks. Now let's keep going here. We're going to get better and better with this. The last few turns are really going to show you what I was talking about. So here again, not even here in my flat base, you can see still there that there's shadow, a bit of a dark spot under the tail on my toe edge behind my back foot, while my toes of the front foot, left foot, have already engaged, right? So nose contact point, see this here, how I'm already fully on my front foot and I'm engaging the toe edge under my front toes, and the heel edge only comes in now. And up until here, that heel edge was still in the snow under my back foot. So there's torsional twist, as much as it is only a very brief moment. And that twist is leaving an indentation in the snow of both edges at the same time. Next one here. Yeah, there, good one too. You can see the top sheet of my board coming up here on the nose, and there's where the nose contact point engages, right in this frame. And I'm still clearly at the same time with some weight on the toes of my back foot. So as much as that tail on my toe edge, under the toes of my back foot, this is so complicated, is still in the snow, it doesn't have much pressure on it, of course, because my mass has already shifted onto the new edge. So here we go, one more heel turn, and then the last two turns here are actually going to show this really well. So there you can see it again. You can see onto the top sheet of the board. This is almost a bit of a more mellow edge change where there's a little less of that twist going on. Yeah, there's a little bit less of that going on. And then this next one is like pretty much crystal clear. Okay, let's pause this thing. What you can see here is total torsional twist. You can actually see light under my front foot. So that edge is totally disengaged, right? And then you can see here quite obviously how the tail is actually still tracking. Under my back foot, the tail is still in full contact. And right here, boom. Look at the nose contact point. There's the engagement. There's the engagement of my nose contact point, while I clearly still have pressure under the toes of my back foot. And that is what I was trying to say in my video, that sometimes, not always, depending on terrain and your speed and how you execute your turns and your flat base phase, how rapidly you change edges, how much you actively twist the board or don't at all. It all depends on all those factors, but in the very tracks that I showed you in my little voiceover yesterday, I strongly believe that exactly what you are seeing here is what happened. And I don't have evidence for that one because I didn't film it, I only took the photos, but my theory that this is what happened, I feel like, is quite strongly supported by these very clips you're seeing here. All right, cool. That's it from me on that end. I hope that clears up all the confusion. Basically, all I meant in my video yesterday, the voiceover over the two tracks, is what I just explained. I wasn't talking about both edges heavily gripping at the same time. That's obviously not possible. But the tail of my old edge and the nose of my new edge are clearly simultaneously in the snow, and I think this little voiceover here showed that quite well. All right, guys, keep turning, keep twisting that board, have fun out there, and see you later. Bye bye.